Okay, let's take a film. Alright, let's pretend the film broke in the projector. Okay, here's the two pieces of film. Now with the splicer, I'm going to raise the things up. Raise them all up except this one. This one goes up, but we're just going to leave that one sit down. And we look at the film and try to determine, one side is kind of dull looking, the other side is shiny. You want the dull side up. So, depending on which way your pins are facing, some of them are on the bottom, some of them are on the top, it doesn't matter. We want the dull side up. We lay the dull side in the holes, and we try to lay it on there. So the closest frame to the tear get my reading glasses. See better. That's better. Closest frame to the tear is on the cutting bar. You do that so you don't waste any film. You want to try to salvage as much film as you can. So once that's on there, we bring the left side down and lock it in place. This locks the film securely in place. And this little piece sticking out is going to be guillotined with this. We bring it down and guillotine that off. So we're left with a little piece of film there. Now, this is the scraping bar, or cutting bar. Now this is one of the tricks that I learned from a professional. I keep a little tiny piece of rag moistened with water. Doesn't have to be dripping, just wet, damp a little bit. And I rub the emulsion side or the dull side a little bit with water. That softens up the emulsion. Makes it easier to scrape. Take your nail file and scrape it. You'll see the black coming off. Try to get as much of it off as you can. Okay. This is a piece of linen. And I just kind of wipe the scrapings off a little bit. Now your other side that you're going to splice onto this, we can raise this up out of the way, making sure the film is locked in place. See, we don't want to open that. We bring this side down and look for the dull side up. Place the film in the pins. Bring down this side, lock it in place, and then bring this side down. This is a cutting bar to cut this edge off. Now that cut off that edge. Now we're ready to apply cement. We'll take our bottle of cement and just apply the cement to this exposed, scraped edge. Don't wait too long so it'll dry. And bring this down and snap it in place. So now we wait for about 15 seconds. 15 to 30 seconds. Now we unclick both sides, and our splice is there. And we take a clean piece of linen or a hanky, whatever, and just kind of wipe the excess splicing cement off. Raise both sides together. Pull the film off. There's our splice. Now don't project the film right away. Leave it sit for maybe 5 or 10 minutes to harden. Because in this condition, if you snap it in a projector, it will come apart. But after 5 or 10 minutes, the splice will become as solid as anywhere on the film. What film cement does actually is melt the base, the plastic or the polyester or whatever the film base is made out of, and when you bring the two halves together, they're actually bonded together. It's not like a normal glue, because the cement itself is very watery. It's like a solvent. It's a solvent to the film base. Now I'm going to do it again, this time without explanation. Just follow me through. Okay? Alright. Film breaks. Boom. Okay. Lay it on the cutting side. Lock it in place. Cut it off. Moisten it a little bit. Then, see, I made a mistake. I didn't look to see that it was the dull side. That's the shiny side. This is the dull side. So, we'll put that down here. Lock it in place. Cut it off. Moisten it. Scrape it. You have to have a rag and then touch your fingertip to your tongue and apply a little bit of saliva. Matter of fact, saliva works better actually than water. That's nicely scraped. And we take the dull side up again. Raise that. Put the dull side up. Lock it in place. This piece here is going to be cut off by that. Apply the cement. Bring it down. And just let it sit for, again, 20 to 30 seconds. The locking bars. Wipe the excess off. And it's important to raise them both together. If you raise one side or the other too quick, you can pull the splice apart. And gently pull the film off. And there's your splice. So I hope this will give you a basic understanding of how to make a film splice. And here's the other splice we did. As you can see, that's pretty strong. and that won't come apart or dry out like tape does. So there you go. And don't worry that I didn't ruin it, but cut into a good film. This is just an old educational film that wasn't even worthy of a reel, teaching probably high school kids how to create charts and graphs. Very boring stuff. But I save it to use for testing projectors and demonstrating splicing techniques. And there you have it. And these little things here are the little spring clips that I was telling you about. They're not really springs, they're springy material that lock in place. So I hope that was a help to you. Good luck.